Okay, and welcome to minute 8. We'll get this rolling. As you can see, the guys bail out of this and take positions in here, and the Americans are spotted and shots are taken at them. I also ordered the scouts to fall back because they couldn't really see a lot. There's depth there, and they'll go rejoin their squad and merge. These guys can't be ordered to do anything after leaving the bunker, so they should just sit there for a turn before crewing the correct one. The other two could probably use some crew as well, to be completely honest. We have some elements of 3rd platoon hiding in these 2 bunkers. Overall, not a lot happens. The Americans kind of move around a little bit, and some shots are fired, but then everyone kind of loses track of their targets because they get a bit suppressed. Yeah. The martyrs, oh god, the martyrs. Having been ordered to go across the hedge and then set up shop here where they're shielded by the wood and the forts, just go low. This is all normal, this is good. It's just ahead, bro. No, it's not. Oh shit, we can't get through the hedge. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I feel like they should be able to go through the hedge. But as you can see, they kind of decide, why not take a bit of it? Yeah, good times. Other than that, not a lot to report. Nobody really does a lot. This AT gun can see these guys pretty well. This one still can't see shit, which is... I don't know. It's right there. Come on, you can see them. Like, dudes, just lots of dudes all of a sudden. Anyway, on to the next turn. Welcome to the 8th minute. Let's get going. Right, let's get a slightly closer look at the action. Right off the bat, we've got a machine gun team, HQ team, some infantry. I mean, there's quite a substantial amount of guys at least. We saw other machine gun teams and more infantry over here previously were taking shots at. A lot of guys. Let's get this going. Another ammo bearer back here. It's presumably for another machine gun team. One more machine gun team. HQ, another one. Presumably a platoon here. One here. Probably another one here. And a heavy weapons platoon. So that's an entire American company. Big fat American squad. HQ unit. I think that's the third one. These guys take up a position here, and they can be seen barely by the heavy machine gun at the rear of our position, who takes a few shots at them. But it's quite far, and they all kind of disappear behind the hedge. Ammo team for another machine gun. I don't know. Yep, there it is. As you can see, another one pops up at the end of the turn. I don't know how many machine guns that is, but it is a lot. And we are going to get some serious shit if they manage to set themselves up along these two hedgerows and focus fire on our own positions. As you can see, these guys resolutely refuse to get in the bunker, which is quite annoying. This is a heavy machine gun that can see this hedgerow along here very well. Oh, and this is the scout team rejoining the main one. After that, I'm going to split it and spread it along the hedgerow a bit. This is still this team in the corner on that. And this one along here. Most of these guys along this forward hedgerow cannot see it because of unknown reasons. Feels like they should be able to. Even these guys are a bit iffy, but as you can see, they do get some shots off. And hopefully win some Americans. Yeah, not sure if that did anything, but hopefully. Martyrs, set up shot where they're stay for now. They're hidden by this side. And can't really be seen at all. I may pull them back slightly. But they can move into here or in through here to defend against that. This wood here I've discovered is dense wood. So they cannot traverse. If they want to come support the AT guns, they're going to have to go all the way around, which is a bit worrisome. Alright, next turn. Okay, and off we go on the final minute.
Feueranforderung empfangen. Ende.
Okay, and here we return to our usual viewpoint and play the fun game of count the machine guns.
Anforderung empfangen. Ende.
That's the artillery strike coming in. I called it in at the first minute, so it's on its 3rd minute now. And the other sound is the American machine guns returning fire at the bunker, as you'll see in a second. Right. Most of the excitement happens this turn as the 8th Company HQ takes up its position in the bunker and, well, does its best. Look at them. How nice of them to actually obey commands. Although they do get a bit lost, as you can see on the way. This fire over here is the heavy machine gun. And as you see, it starts taking fire from, I think it's a bar rifle. The penetration isn't anything to worry about. If you check them, they're not actually pinned or suppressed at all, and there's no damage, so...
Neue Anforderung empfangen. Ende.
Yeah, that's about the gist of it. These guys ironically get more suppression from the ricochets off the bunker than the bunker does itself. It doesn't get any. The Martyrs have taken up position. I think I'll pull them back slightly. This heavy machine gun over here is still doing a decent bit of work. I mean, it needs fire area orders really. And the scout team comes and rejoins. Finally, this bloody AT gun doesn't see anything. The whole minute, as you can see, this is with it clicked, so it's showing what it shows. Nothing. The whole time. I think we're likely going to have to move it forward to one of the edge squares, which is incredibly annoying, but what can you do? Oh, and before I forget, the fire mission. It is laid in along this line. The instructions were a bit unclear. I couldn't quite figure out where they were supposed to be, so I put it where the Americans are expected to be, and there's a bit of a ridge there, so apologies if you meant this side. It is 5 minutes till it comes in, and it should do a pretty good number. We've seen several American units, including machine guns, get into those hedges, and I bet you that they are going to set up there to try and suppress the bunker. Elsewhere, I have moved the squad of scouts back behind the barbed wire, and he's got a face order, but doesn't appear to be obeying. And there's pretty much nothing happening on the other side of the map, as you can see. So, yeah. Unless something comes up in the next 10 seconds or so, I don't think there's much else for me to say. Oh yes, this is the HQ unit for this machine gun, but also this one over here. And there's no chance of this one seeing anything this way. So, plus he's also out of command range. As you can see by the little red X down the bottom. So, considering this guy's probably going to need a bit of help, I would strongly recommend pulling him over and taking the foxholes from one of the platoon HQs or the Panzerschrecks who aren't really equipped for long-range fire and don't want to use the foxholes anyway. Look at them. Oh well, yes, the ground here is a bit unfortunate. There's this guy actually seems to be able to see that bit where they're setting up machine guns. This guy cannot. Why? I can't tell you. It's just, I don't know. There's like a little bump in the ground there or something, but I don't see it. It seems pretty flat. So yeah, this machine gun and basically anyone else we put out here can engage this lot quite well, but these guys cannot. They also can't really see any of this particularly well. I mean, they should be able to. If you go down to their viewpoint and look at it, you can see right to the edge of the map, and that's the hedgerow that the Americans are hiding behind. But honestly, I don't know. I have this horrible feeling that this is only going to end one way, but it's possible it would force them to come really close before we shoot the bits. That'd be nice as well. Yeah, okay, this guy, much better view. He's only a few meters to the side. Same with this one, he's got good shots down there. And the bunker, of course, well, apparently not of course. Okay, that's the trees. So the trees don't actually fully block sight. But he's got a commanding view of this whole area. And 5,000 rounds of ammunition. So please give him target area orders so he can just go to town. Same for machine guns, 2,000 rounds of ammo. You're going to have to really try to burn through that. The other ones still got 1,000 rounds, so again, you should be alright. Oh, and the other two bunkers, first squad of 3rd platoon is in these two, so they could quite easily hop up and take the others. And there was also the battalion HQ in one of those. Alright, cool. Thanks everyone.